back. On my first video, we talked about completing the square, but we were just finding the value and how to complete the square of an expression. Today, we're going to be completing the square by solving an equation. Again, we're going to do the same steps as I showed you on my first video, but again, now we're actually going to use what we learned in 13.5, which was solving polynomials by solving square roots. So let's go ahead and jump into the first example. Alright, so it's always a good thing to whenever you're doing these problems at home, always identify your b first. So in this case, our b is the middle term, which is 2. And again, remember, we want the left side to be an expression, just the ax squared plus bx. This 8 is in the way, so I'm going to move it over by adding 8 to both sides. So I get n squared plus 2n plus blank equals 8 plus blank. And again, hopefully this is a way to remember it by practicing. In order to complete the square, the formula was b over 2 squared. And again, you want to keep the equations balanced. So whatever you do to one side of the equation, you must do to the other side. And again, let's go ahead and plug in our b value. Okay. And one thing to notice is from yesterday's video, you want to simplify this in the simplest terms. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. Okay. And now you want to actually simplify as much as possible, and you want to not do the box method. Remember yesterday video? Do not do the box method, do the shortcut. Hopefully you remember. If you don't, here it is. You bring down the letter. That's a positive 1, and don't forget to bring down the square. This right here completes the square of this expression here. On the right side, 8 plus 1 squared is going to give me 9. Alright, so that's how you complete the square. Now we can actually solve this by using square roots. So I'm going to get rid of this square by taking the square on both sides, and remember there is a 2 here. That's how these are going to get canceled. So we have m plus 1. And on the right side, we have the square root of 9. Okay. If you notice, whatever's in red, that was not there. Whenever you introduce the square root, there's always going to be 2 answers, plus or minus. And then since the square root of 9 is a perfect square, the answer is 3. All right, we are almost done. Last step, let's go ahead and subtract 1 to both sides. I'm going to write my answers here. I have n is equal to -1 plus or minus positive 3. Okay. You cannot leave your answer like this because this is not in simplified terms. Let's go ahead and give me my 2 answers. -1 plus 3 and -1 minus 3. -1 plus 3 is positive 2. And -1 minus 3 is -4. So again, this is a combination of 13.5, which is square roots, and what we just learned yesterday, which was completing the square by expressions, and then today is completing the square by solving the equation. Okay. And again, we have a couple of examples here. Number 6, the only difference is that we have a positive 3 here where we had a negative, but again, you're still going to do the same steps. And 7 and 8 is just for more practice. Again, if you have any questions, tomorrow in class, I will call up on 3 volunteers. And again, I just want to check that you are doing your part by doing your homework at home. Thank you guys, and tomorrow we're going to tune in tomorrow to watch my video on quadratic formula. Again, there is a cool song to it. I'm going to sing it for you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. All right.